We've told you about the case involving two pro-life individuals that were involved in prayer vigils and sidewalk counseling. Never had any legal problems. Never had been cited for anything, not blocking anything, nothing. They've been doing this for decades. This was in front of a Planned Parenthood clinic in Baltimore, Maryland. They were brutally attacked by an individual who is out right now. They do not know who it is, although we have obtained the photograph. And this is kind of our own version of an all points bulletin. I want to put it up on the screen for you. This has been put up by the Crime Stoppers group in Baltimore. The two individuals on the bottom are our clients. Both of them were severely hurt. Andy and I have seen the video. We can't play it, but I will tell you it is breathtaking. Now, here's the question. Where's the Federal Bureau of Investigation?
You start with assault and battery. You go to very quickly elevated to aggravated assault. But in my estimation, at least as to one of the victims, it's an attempted murder, if not as to both. Because what he was trying to do was to kill them.
They were peacefully on a sidewalk offering counseling and literature to individuals going into an abortion clinic. Pure First Amendment activities. And this guy, and again, I wish I could show you the video. We cannot yet. It is breathtaking what happens to this guy, the both of them. By the way, if you live in the Baltimore, Maryland, Washington, D.C., Pennsylvania, Virginia area, this is who we're looking for. We've hired retained experts to help us do this. The police are looking as well. But the crime in Baltimore is so significant that, unfortunately, even this attempted murder, which I think is what it is, and is not the highest profile.
It's in Chicago, it's in Atlanta, it's in New York, it's in Portland, it's in any state, you can think of in any city. They're looking at a proliferation of violent crime, and they prioritize it. If it's, something that didn't result in death, then they don't look for you. But this is something that could have resulted in death, and it's especially heinous because it had a vicious provocation intent to it.
There are hate crime statutes that are involved in these. You would think the federal government, the FBI, would be doing an aggressive investigation here, but there is a double standard. If you're pro-life, you do not get the same justice as those that are opposed to life.
Metro Crime Stoppers offered a reward in this case. That's very good. That's a wonderful thing. But you know what the reward is, Jay? $2,000. Come on. We said it this morning, and you and I looked at each other in disbelief. $2,000 for an attempted murder victim? Well, where are you, Federal Bureau of Investigation, when this happens to people who are pro-life? Noticeably absent, disappear, gone, ghost, finished, not interested whatsoever. But if this had happened to a Planned Parenthood operation, they would be there. They would be there with all their force, with their guns and their SWAT teams.
Now, we've got this out. The police are supposedly looking for this individual. It's Baltimore, so they've got a lot of crimes. That's part of the problem. But, Cece, I think it's important for people to understand is what these individuals, our clients, were doing was totally protected by the First Amendment. There is no question about that.
These are pro-life advocates, and they're older gentlemen. One was 73, one was 84. And they are in front of Planned Parenthood simply praying, simply talking to anyone who wants to engage in a conversation with them. They're peaceful advocates for life, offering women who are trying to make a choice, going into Planned Parenthood. They're trying to give them actually all the choices that you can keep the baby, that you can actually support life. These are peaceful gentlemen, like you said, who've been doing this for decades, and they were attacked. One of the gentlemen, the one that actually got knocked out, said he felt like he was hit by a truck. That's how hard he was hit. The
brutality of this assailant is unreal. Now, we're going to stand and fight for justice for these two pro-life individuals. Now, we've hired private investigators to do all the things we can. We're going to find out who did this, and we will hold them accountable. Hopefully, the county will prosecute them criminally. We will go after them civilly because the criminal charges have to come from the government. Rest assured, we're going to fight this.